welcome to a brand new edition of Beyond Stuff's Reviews. My name is Bryan, and I'm here to talk about The Umbrella Academy, the Netflix original series based on a series of comic books created by NCR's Gerard Way. And it tells the story of 7 kids out of 43 who were adopted by Sir Reginald, who went to become a superhero team known as the Umbrella Academy, and their lives after those days were basically over. Now, I'm not going to review the latest season, which is season 2, released on July 31st. I'm going to talk about the show as a whole because I've been requested this a lot. I've been avoiding this honestly because I watched the first episode of the first season and I didn't like it. But after many of my personal friends, including Ivan, started to tell me, hey, you should watch this show, give it a second chance, I decided to do so, and I finished the 2 seasons around 3 days maybe. So I'm gonna share my thoughts on both seasons. I think season 1, I can see why it is as popular as it is. But it took its holy time to get where I think people started to love the show, because one of the things when I commit to a show, usually it's very important that the first episode or the first 2 episodes are intriguing enough for me to follow it up. With Umbrella Academy, it wasn't the case, at least personally to me. And I watched the first episode around the same time that I started watching Doom Patrol. And that was around the same time that I gave up on the CW shows. And I think due to the high bar that Doom Patrol set personally by my own likings, I think it was a very hard task for a show like The Umbrella Academy, because basically both shows deals with 2 teams of pretty much fucked up people, pretty much sick people. Of course, different circumstances and all, but basically 2 unlikely teams. But I think over time, right after the climax of the whole season 1, I think the show started to get very solid. I wasn't sold by many of the characters. I found usually I tend to really like at least one of those characters, and in my opinion, I really like Allison the most because she's the one that says with the rumor power. I really liked her the most out of all of them. I really like Ellen Page's performance in the first season, even though it was all moping and everything. But I think it was fun right after the end, where the big problem they faced in the first season, they see what causes it and what the remedy to solve that problem to save themselves was. And they introduced time travel in that season. So I like myself a good time travel story. And I'm going to give at least the first season, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 Funko Pops. Now, the second season, same thread as the last season, which usually I do not like, but it is a massive improvement because of how different it was for the first season. I mean, the whole setting as a whole was great. I like the time era that they chose for this story to take. I like the time travel hijinks that the characters went through and how the characters move forward with their lives in their circumstances that they find themselves in the first season episode of season 2. And I see that the tone of the show changes up a little bit on season 2, which helps it a lot, at least for me, because I like myself a good superhero show that doesn't take itself way too seriously. And I think even though the first season was very brutal, very dark, this one was a lot more light. I really enjoyed that, and I really appreciate it. So this second season, I give it a 4 out of 5 Funko Pops. As a whole series, it's a solid I generally avoid putting fractions to it, but a 3.5 to 4 out of 5. Again, the standards that Doom Patrol set to me about on how good it was, because Doom Patrol is one of those shows that grabs you from the first episode and doesn't let you go. Usually, once a show does that, it succeeds, and this one didn't do it, but I gave it a second chance, and I don't regret it. So I really like the twist at the end of season 2, so I cannot wait for season 3 and how different it's going to be for the first 2 seasons. Hopefully not the same thread as the first 2 seasons, because if that's the case, well, hopefully not. Let's say hopefully not. Anyways, did you agree with my opinion? Did you not? Let me know in the comment sections down below. Leave us a like and subscribe to the Beyond Stuff channel, and stay tuned, because in the upcoming weeks we will have the Nonsense and Stuff show back, celebrating our first anniversary on the channel, and of course talking about DC fandom. So I'll see you guys then. See ya.